Hi, it's Deko from Hagstone here, and today I'm going to be showing you my Marshall 3203 30-watt head and 2x12 cab, which I've recently done the C13 mod onto, which is basically snipping one end of the C13 capacitor to take this trill out of the clean channel, make it a bit more beefy, a bit more mid-ranged. And it takes pedals a lot better, I've found as well. I'm basically running it through a Rode NT1000 condenser mic into my UX2 and straight into Sonar X2. I'm using a Epiphone SG, which you can see there, which has been fitted with Seymour Duncan distortion and Seymour Duncan jazz on the neck. I'm not using any effects in a loop, other than later on I will show you a little bit of an EQ pedal for the drive channel. So other than that, it's just a foot switch to change from clean to distortion. So to tell you a bit about the amp, this particular model dates from 1986, very underrated model of the 1980s, great sound, real good Marshall rock tone. Goes up to surprisingly high gain for something from that period, very much on a par with some of the high gain pedals I've got, such as the Digitech. The clean channel, before on the mod, I found the clean channel was very high pitched, didn't have much substance to it, didn't take pedals very well. So since doing that, there's been a big difference there. It's a lot more mid-range and throaty, there's a lot more substance to it, and definitely the pedals definitely sound better through there on the front end. Before, a particular example is distortions sounded naff before on a clean channel, now they sound actually pretty damn good. So that's been a big improvement. So anyway, enough warbling from me, and onto some tones. So I've got the amp set up at the moment with bass, middle, treble there, all set on the mid there. Volume on the master is about 2. There is a reverb on this. Since doing the mod, the reverb's pretty much died, but it was crap anyway, so I'm not bothered about that. Got the clean channel volume on about 3. And then on the boost channel, on the drive channel, there's very little controls. You've got a tone, a volume and a gain, and that's it, nothing more. So but we'll come to that in a bit. We'll do the clean first. So, and we're going to start with the bridge. Back the volume on the guitar off a little bit. That was full volume on the guitar, not on the amp. Okay, on to the mid selection now. Give you an idea of how crap the reverb is. back off the volume on a guitar and back the tone off a bit, you can get some really nice sounds. So that's the clean channel, and now we're on to the distortion. So starting with the bridge pickup. Guitar playing in the world today, but just gives you an idea of some of the tones of the 3203. The only other thing I'm going to show you is one problem with the drive channel, which has basically just got tone, volume and gain. At the moment I've got the gain pretty much on full because quite frankly I don't really like gunning it down any less than that. If I do, I just tend to use the guitar volume to take it down to more of a crunchy sound if I need to. The tone doesn't really do an awful lot, to be honest with you. I've kind of got it set full on the treble end of things, but it's not making an awful lot of difference. The gain sound is very much a full mid-range Marshall sound, so I like to have a bit of a scoop. So at the moment I'm using this pedal here, which is basically it's a really good little pedal. It's by a company called Joyo, and it's a 6-band EQ, which is basically it's modelled on the MXR 6-band EQ, virtually the same housing. Does the same thing there. You can see the LEDs light up to show you the little scoop pattern, and I just like it on the drive channel because it just gives it a little bit more of a metally sound. So I'll give you some of that as well. A little bit more of a scooped kind of trad metally sound. Sounds quite good on the neck actually as well. So there you go, that's the 3203, Marshall 3203 amp head and 2x12 cab, which sounds pretty damn awesome. So I've been Deko from Hagstone, and that's me out.